back, and I wish you well. I also want to refer to the community welfare officers and the work that they did in the past, and the fact that when you apply for supplementary welfare now, you have to wait a considerable length of time before you get approval. And normally when someone applies for supplementary welfare allowance, it is a matter of great urgency. And I want to link to that the volunteers in the Citizens Information Network. I know that from Kilkenny there are 2.5 members of staff. They had nearly 60 volunteers, and for some reason or other they now have to limit the number of volunteers that they have. And what has this to do with the social welfare bill? Well, the fact of the matter is that a considerable number of constituents that may not turn up at our offices will turn up at the Citizens Information Centre, and they'll be helped by professionally trained people to do the job and do the application for them. It is now a case that the information centre in Kilkenny has to close at times and stop the one-to-one interaction with the individuals that would turn up. And I find that very disturbing, because lots of people like to turn up privately and discuss their business and to get their job resolved. So someone in government needs to look at allowing the volunteers to do their work and to be accommodated in terms of the services that the Citizens Information Bureau delivers. You cannot deliver the range of services with 2.5 staff that at one time was delivered by the permanent staff and nearly 60 volunteers, and it is an urgent matter that should be dealt with. I welcome the changes that will be made to the fuel allowance in January 23. But I would ask you, Minister, as I did in the parliamentary question recently about public servants that are retired and that at pension age they cannot qualify for the fuel allowance. But yet, if they have a change of circumstances in their family and a partner dies, they can then, because they're drawing a welfare payment, they can then qualify for the fuel allowance. I believe it's an anomaly in the system and that it needs to be addressed urgently. Now, I know that changes are coming in January 23, but I believe that the changes should happen earlier than that. Because people are suffering fuel poverty. They're finding it very difficult to make ends meet. They have their own commitments in their households, and those that are affected by this particular anomaly are deeply concerned that they should be included at a much earlier date in order to benefit from the budget 2023. As was the case with the many who received the increased fuel allowance and double payments and so on. Please, can you address this? The other matter is foster carers. I know that a case has been made by a group, already made to the Minister, and they fall short of their contributions towards a full state pension. And I would ask that you would look at that with a view to changing what is currently in place and ensuring that that cohort of people who give an invaluable service to the person that's ill, but also substitute in terms of the institutionalised care that might be needed if things were otherwise. And I believe that they should be entitled to the contributions being allocated to them, and thereby entitled to a full pension. These are the small anomalies in the social welfare system, or at least it's an example of some. And I think that these anomalies can be best worked out in a debate here in this House, where members can bring their experiences and their information to the attention of the Minister and make life easier for those that are affected by the issues that we are raising. And I agree with Deputy RD in relation to the time allotted. I know it's the Government Whip's business, but it's a pity that the valuable interaction with the Minister here at second stage is not recognised with more speaking time. Thank you, Councillor.